Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession is something to watch. The Redskins are top 10 in first downs, and they go up against a Panthers team that wants to control the game as well. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing is Newton. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They run the counter now on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's the lineup and the big boy in the backfield, Tolbert.
It's real easy to look at him and immediately picture a bowling ball scattering pins. That's exactly what Mike Tolbert does.
On second down, here's Newton. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Josh Norman was not a first-round pick when he entered the NFL, but he always thought he should be. Never lacked for confidence, and now he plays at a Pro Bowl level.
Third and 2, Newton. And Gibbs got it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Mike Tolbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. up on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Newton now to throw. And Olsen over the middle. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. This will be caught at the 2. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And it's good to make it 14-0. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a pickup of 21. And it'll be 1st down Washington.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And the offense on the field for the first time today, and they were high-powered a week ago.
And they're beginning to believe that they've established a groove. They expect those type of performances each and every week. Running it, throwing it, they're precise.
And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on 1st down. And Davis with it left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he rifles one incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Play action, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing on third down, Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn, 88 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
K'Wan Short came out of Purdue as one of the top-rated defensive tackle prospects. Now he's one of the top-rated NFL players.
On second down, here's Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now Gino dancing to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards there on the scramble and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Gino. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He finds his target. It's Crowder. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, the advantage certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's the charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Smith, and for a 3rd time tonight, he's down the numbers. There he goes. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
And that run was what a lot of people called explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together, put power sets. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
On second down, here's Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. It's complete to Graham. And he's brought down after a good game. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Smith throwing again. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Coney Ely in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second and 10, Newton again. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score time.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there. Newton now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's got time in the pocket. That's complete right around the 8. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that they're
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Star Latulele in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. His throw incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. From the gun, here's Smith. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. So now here's the 3rd-year man from Oklahoma, Tress Way, on to punt it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Brown. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Newton now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. This is caught inside the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now a first down following that long gain. On first down, Newton eluding the pressure right. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And that'll be caught. Panthers touchdown. It's Benjamin with a grab. Kelvin Benjamin as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
He's going to let... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That one goes for 24 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. With it is Brown. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Look at this spin.
Balance.
He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now Gino on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. It's a foot race. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10, Smith again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types. is they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Johnson now, the fullback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be third down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down. And
he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. So out now come the Redskins. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First down, Smith. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back to throw, Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They go play action here on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's brought down after a good gain. They'll get 23 yards there. And the Redskins set up now 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. This will be caught at about the 6. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Well, after last week where he kept finding the end zone, what do you have, 2 touchdown runs?
Yep.
He's got to be just a tad frustrated here. Close, but he hasn't gotten in.
Maybe. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Jones, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Redskins are able to get a score back. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now a handoff looking right. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
Here's Stewart. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
To throw on second down is Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete right around the 8. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they were the NFC champs last year, #2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line, they could move people in the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, big Cam Newton could be a short yardage guy. And remember,
and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So they're going to go for 2. And they will take a knee here. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They have a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Geno down to throw. Flushed out right. Shreds the tackle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And he knocks it through. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly...
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
3rd down and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Time running out here on the play clock. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now here's Ross. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Time for a break. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. The pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out in the pistol. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. We've got a 3rd and 11. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And now another one thrown incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 4th down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Watch two.